without really knowing how scales and chords connected to each other. Let's take a few minutes and really unlock what's on this fretboard. Just a piece of theory right here. Take the A major scale, A major scale is really the heart of a lot of music that is written and that we play at church. Even for rock and blues, this major scale comes into play. Now, if we play this scale on one string, for this example, open A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and then the octave A. And then there's a chord associated with every one of those notes. A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp diminished, and then back to A. We won't deal a lot with the diminished today, but we're going to learn how these chords and the scale connect to each other in the key of A. Sometimes the band director will say, we're going to do this in the key of A. That's what it means. It means that all the notes in this A major scale, those notes build every one of those chords right there. And how can that help you? It gives you confidence to know what some rules are, where some confident notes are you can play when you improvise over any style of music. For me, I'm looking at this, the major pentatonic scale is one of the first things I would look at. So A major pentatonic, you would put your pinky on the 5th fret of the E string. The major scale always lies within that pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, and then the A major scale is a 7-note scale. Those extra 2 notes are always within your reach here in any pentatonic position. We're just going to use a few positions for these examples. Those extra notes are right there. All in the key of A. When you pick up the guitar, you want to be confident and be able to create something. And this is one way to do that very easily and with confidence, is knowing the chords that go with a key, as I just showed you, and using the major pentatonic and the A major scale. You can connect these ideas all over the fretboard. Another way to look at this is using triad shapes, and I do that all the time. It's still just another way to look at the fretboard, look at this scale and a chord within a three notes here. So we have A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D, E, F sharp minor. You can use those triad shapes to create, even though I'm playing an A or an E triad, those notes are still within the A major scale. All those notes, this is what you practice when you pick up the guitar, and knowing this fretboard, knowing the notes on the fretboard is another thing that many beginner, intermediate players really try to bypass. But knowing where the is of a scale of a chord is so important. It gives you confidence to play these things anywhere you want. So if I'm up here, that's an A major pentatonic scale, but I'm also aware of the A major scale that's within it. Being able to play any major scale on one string can help you navigate this fretboard. I showed you with the open A. So in a church worship guitar setting, the band leader a lot of times might even change a key on you, but he's going to give you a chord chart for the most part. That's how our church works. And you a lot of times have to figure out different melodies to play around, and not to clutter up the song, but to add to the song. And knowing these chord shapes, in this case, we're in the key of A, but this is all movable for any key. And I was really started playing guitar with blues rock background, so I always find those little places I can at least put a little bluesy bend in there, not to draw attention to myself, but to add to the song. So learning the major scale and how to use it is an important part of a worship guitar, but also, rock, blues, country, guitar all use elements of what I just showed you today. And I hugely use this in between songs for just some ambient type phrases. We can do those type of things if you know and are confident with this scale within a key. Obviously, there's a lot of variables to a key, and there's a lot of rules that get broken at times when songs are written. But bottom line is, if it sounds good, play it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Let's talk soon.